Okay, come. Next, page 3, 6. Page 3, 6. Now it's an interview. From newspaper report, an interview. After the arrest, the police superintendent in charge of the case gave a press conference about the arrest and the recovery of the idols. Here is what he said. Can you complete this conversation by guessing the questions asked by the reporter? A reporter is interviewing the police superintendent. The questions are missing. You have to guess the questions and write it down there based on his reply. Reporter, what did he ask? Read the superintendent's reply. One of our officers noticed the two men unloading strange goods at the back of the hotel at 5:30 this morning. What could be the question by the reporter? How much time? No. How did you come to know about these two people? Okay. Can you modify it with a little newspaper language? Did the police directly come to these people? No. They might have suspected so many people, okay? Questioned so many people. They might have even caught me. I went for an early morning, or I was hurrying to catch a 4 o'clock train at 3:30. And I was almost running. They caught me also. Where? Then I have to show my ticket, my ID card. Okay. So likewise, they caught almost all people, and finally they landed on him, on these two people. How will you phrase that question? Sir, how did you zero in on these two? Zeroing in. How did you zero in on these two people? That means 50 or 60 or 100 people, and finally zeroing in on 1 or 2 or 3 people. You have that word zoom, enlarging as well as focusing. This is known as zeroing in. Zeroing in. One of our officers, always plural, noticed the two men unloading strange goods at the back of the hotel at 5:30 this morning. Next question. Now you please do it. Next. They told him, the right question from the reporter. This is a police superintendent. His answers will be very, very precise. Only matter of fact. They told him they were supplying charcoal, C-H-A-R-C-O, charcoal to the hotel. Please correct the spelling. Charcoal to the hotel. Come on. They told they were supplying charcoal to the hotel. What did they say on questioning? What did they say on questioning? Write down. What did they say on questioning? They said they were supplying charcoal to the hotel. Be quick. Next. They seemed to be carrying something heavier than charcoal, as both were out of breath. What is out of breath? Out of breath, struggling to breathe. Breathe, verb. Breath, noun. Bathe, verb. Bath, noun. Breathe, verb. Breath, noun. Bathe, verb. Bath, noun. Grandma is bathing the baby. Grandma is bathing the baby. In English, the th, it is th, not the Hindi first khara ta. It is a mixture of the khara and adhikhara ta. Ta, tha, da, dha. This English th is a mixture of somewhere in the middle of the khara ta and the adhikhara tha. So, grandma is bathing the baby. The baby is enjoying the baths. The baby is really enjoying the baths. You can see the smile on the baby. Bath, noun. Breathing heavily. Struggling for his breath. Breath. Yes. Next one, question. Come on, don't wait for me. Let your wording come, then I will modify. Throughout life, don't wait for teachers to answer your questions. In what?
What condition man they told him called?
They told him they were they carrying something heavier than charcoal as both. Yeah. In what condition did your men find them? Okay, right. In what condition did your men find them? In what condition did your men find them? They seemed to be carrying something heavier than charcoal, as both were out of breath. Next. He and the officer with him were easily able to arrest the men. Arrest. Please complete it. Arrest the men after they had uncovered one of the idols. He and the officer with him were easily able to arrest the men after they had uncovered one of the idols. Was it difficult for the inspector to arrest them? Was it difficult for the inspector to arrest them? No. He and the officer with him were easily able to arrest the men after they had uncovered one of the idols. Next. They will be charged with robbery in the magistrate's court in a week's time. They will be charged with robbery in the magistrate's court in a week's time. Now, what is the present state of the case, or what is the progress of the case? What is the present state of the case, or what is the progress of the case? Next one. Yes, we regard theft of temple property as a matter of great seriousness. So we had a large number of officers working on this case. Question? This is the problem with India. Whether it is in Tamil Nadu or Madhya Pradesh, if I lost my hard-earned 25 lakh, my salary, and somebody took away, I don't get Madhya Pradesh police or say Kerala police or Tamil Nadu police. They will take only temple robbery as the serious one. Temple robbery is more serious than an individual's loss. That is India. Look. Yes, we regard theft of temple property as a matter of great seriousness. What about my money? My hard-earned money? My salary? Which one should get more seriousness? Temple property or my property? Don't answer. Okay? Don't answer. Answer some of these my questions later when you grow adult. Yes, we regard theft of temple property as a matter of great seriousness. So we had a large number of officers working on this case. You can have so many questions. Think of a few questions. Did you have a large team of investigation? Did you have a large team of investigation? Yes. Last page. They are worth at least, a big mistake is there, lakhs. Strike off the last S. 3.5 lakh. 3.5 lakh. Why? Why? Lakh is a Hindi word, but it operates under 100, 500 rupees. 1,000, 3,000 rupees. Okay? Million, $5 million or 5 million. When a Hindi word moves and fits in a English matrix, it should follow the English pattern. Okay? They are worth at least 3.5 lakh rupees. Question? Make it simple, still simpler. Don't use the word value or cost. I told you that other day itself, at the vegetable market or say at the mall, whether it is in the vegetable market or at the mall, you better avoid the word value, cost, etc. You simply ask, how much is it? In the fish market, how much is it? At the vegetable market, how much is it? At the mall, you are buying a supercomputer or say a big thing, how much is it? That is a plain English. How much is it? Value, cost, etc. while filling forms. Okay? Now the inspectors are preparing FIR, first information report. Missing things, 12 gold idols. Approximate cost, 12.5 lakh. They use the word cost, value, price, etc. We simply use from the vegetable market to the mall, how much is it, how much does it cost? How much is it, how much does it cost? Simple. Unnecessarily don't get complicated. I told you, Bill Gates would tell his friend, Bill Gates would tell his friend, look Jim, I bought that house last week. Right in the heart of New York City, Bill Gates bought a house. We buy a small bag of 250 rupees and what word do we use? Hey, where did you purchase it? Only then the bag is great. Go the other way around. The simpler, the beautiful. There is a famous book titled Small is Beautiful. It's a world famous book. Small is beautiful. The same is applicable to language also. Small sentences, small words make language beautiful. No need of other. Okay. So how much? So that's the word, how much. Finally, they are at present under close watch at the police station and must remain there as evidence until after no need, until the court hearing will be enough. Anyway, leave it. They will then be returned as soon as possible to the temple. What could be a question?
Where are those stolen idols kept?
When is the temple going to get them back? Look at the last part. When is the temple going to get the idols back? When is the temple going to get the idols back? So the officer says, at present they are here at the police station. Immediately after the court verdict, they will be returned to the temple. And finally, yes, the temple authorities have already announced their intention of rewarding the officers appropriately. Is there any reward for the police? Number one. Are the police going to be rewarded? Another one. Are the police going to be rewarded? Is there any reward for the police? For both, the answer is the same. Good. Now, from one discourse, we are creating another discourse. That is, from a newspaper report, you created another report. Right? Now you prepared a small interview too. Now the last stage, all of you come around me. I am a filmmaker in Hindi. I made quite a few films. I made a lot of money also, but all of them commercial films, like a Sholay and other things. Now I am going to make an entirely different film, which has a lot of, say, new things. You are all newspaper reporters. Come around me with your own questions. Two of you can frame one or two questions. And come and ask me. I told you, I made a lot of films. Most of them became very popular. I made a lot of money also. But now I am going to make an entirely different film. This much you heard. Okay. And each of you will be rushing to me because you have to publish the news first. Dr. Nair is producing, or so and so is producing. Your report should appear first. There is a very strict competition among reporters for getting first, getting most. For getting first and getting the most out of me. Think of all possible. You sit and prepare and come to me. I am comfortably sitting here. This is my palatial house and I am very comfortably seated here. On reaching my home, my manager, my staff will be receiving you. You will be getting a cup of tea, biscuit, everything, and then come. A press conference. Frame questions. Frame all relevant questions. We call it a press meeting. Before going, you will be given biryani too. Newspaper reporters are given enough to eat. Remember, the questions are important, not my answers. Okay. Your questions are important. My answers may be anything. some foolish thing. Your questions matter. And tomorrow you will be interviewing a film actor. Your language must be very, very, very precise. Remember, in a newspaper, 1 square inch means 1,000 rupees. Think of all the possible aspects of a film. All possible aspects of a film. If you want, you can write your question also on the board so that all others can copy. You will get all the questions for a good interview. So whoever is ready with one question, come and write on the board. 1, 2, 3 like that. Later we will resequence them, rearrange them. Come on. That will be better so that all of you will get a set of interview questions. How to interview a person. Come on. Either one can write, the other can read out, or each one can write. Number 1, number 2, write the question first. Write the question first. Each pair should be writing at least 2 questions. Each pair 2 questions. If you have the same question there, then you have to think of one more question instead of repeating. It is speaking, no? Even if you are writing, the questions are spoken. No, it should be informal. Informal. That is, you can simply ask a question when. Like that.
So, what is the purpose of your film?
Sorry?
What is the purpose? What is the purpose?
Purpose.
Of your film?
Yeah. This. After making about some 42 films, now I realize that I should focus on social reforms. Film should not remain a means of entertainment. It should be a tool for reforming society. All my films were really box office hit. I really, except some half a dozen, I got very good money from out of it. Of course, I spent it on charity. I am running so many things. But now I think that film is to be used as a tool for social reform. Yeah. Next question, please.
What is the budget of your film? What is the budget of your film?
Budget. It's a low budget film. It's not like my hit film which at that time 25 years ago it was a multi-crore, about say 43 crore I spent 25 years ago. This time I am going to spend exclusively 3 crore. 3 crore these days is not enough even for a play. But I am going to have a play, a film in 3 crore. It's a low budget film. Yeah.
So what is the expectation about this film? It will be blockbuster or not?
What's the expectations?
In this film, sir, it will be blockbuster or not? Blockbuster or
No. I told you, I have no eye on money. I have no eye on money, and in future I am not going to make films for money. My eye is on the sufferings of the world around me. Yeah.
what will be the impact of
Impact the society has to decide. Impact will come only after the film is released. But like any filmmaker, I hope my society will be receiving this film. I hope so. though there is no, say, stunt and, say, fight and sex and violence and, no, nothing, no stunt, not even films, not only songs, only two songs. You remember my second film which had, say, 14 songs and all of them became world famous. This time I am not spending money on, say, songs, only two songs, and those two, they are really poems, not film songs. They are poetry. Yeah, thank you. Okay, thank you. Come on, be quick. Yeah.
Which actor do you like to take in the lead role in your...
Sorry. Yeah.
Sir, which actors do you like to...
Actors. Yes. Yeah, actors. That is, yeah, we call it cast. Cast, at the moment I cannot give you the details, but I can tell you one thing, no superheroes. Okay, no superheroes. I am working on entirely new faces, new actors, except one or two small, say, people who appeared in my earlier films. Otherwise, I am not going to have any, say, superstars or great actors.
Sir,
The details I cannot divulge you at this moment. Yeah.
by what date did the public expect to
Yeah.
get it on the theatres?
Say at the theatre, I hope I am going to get reception because the Hindi speakers, especially in Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh, they know me. So I think, as I told you, I am not say keen on making money. Even if I lose the entire 3 crore I spend, I don't repent. I don't have problem. But I think the Hindi speaking population will accept my film this time. I hope. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, come. If you can write, please write. Yeah. Come. Be quick.
What response you are expecting from public?
Expected from public. In fact, this film, as opposed to my earlier films, is mainly meant for educated youth, especially the college population. Because the hero, I don't say hero, I don't have a hero in it, we technically call it protagonist. The leading character is a boy who is in the final year of MA history in a college. The leading male character is the second MA history student in a local college. And I made such a way that the college students will definitely watch my film. Yeah.
So it is said
Thank-
that there is nepotism.
So,
There is nepotism in film industry. So do you believe in casting new faces in your film?
yeah. But as you said, it's a risk to present new cast who have no experience at all in acting. But I have a director, at the moment I cannot give you the details. I have a director who promised me that he will give enough training and instructions to these new faces. I have great faith in that director. The whole success, I think, is on the promise made by this director. Okay, thank you. Yeah, please write your questions.
Is your movie based on real life event or character?
Sorry.
Is your movie based on real life event or character?
Is the story based on a real life event? Yes. For the first time, my 43rd film is going to be entirely realistic. All the 42 earlier films were romance, a lot of exaggerations, superheroes, doing so many things, action and stunt in the air and all those things, killing and all. This time, I can assure you, almost 95% of what you see on the screen are from real life. Yeah, thank you. It's a realistic film.
So what's your
Please go ahead. Pardon.
Sir, what's your film title?
Title. Title, we are yet to finalize on it. So at the moment, I may not be able to give you the final version. It is something related to the young life. Okay.
Film got super hit.
Super hit, I don't think so. Because the Hindi film viewers still like films like Sholay and like that. I don't think it is going to be a big hit, and I don't want to either. If I want to make a hit film, I can make it, but I have changed my entire view on film. So I am not going to make a hit film. It's an educating film. Yeah. Please write. All of you write your questions there. Yeah. No. A little hearing problem. You. One second. You.
Did you inspired from anywhere?
Yes. Did I inspire from anywhere else? Yes. I was inspired by a few Marathi and Odia films.
How much it takes to complete the film?
As I told you, it's a low budget film. It may take at the most 18 months. 18 months. We are planning to release it for the new year of 2024. Yeah, a new year gift.
Are you going to release it on OTT platforms?
So, OTT platform, at the moment we cannot decide because what the government policy keeps on changing on OTT. So, we will try to, because we want to reach this film to the villages mainly, in the rural areas. So, we have yet to decide whether it is to be launched on the large screen or OTT. It depends.
Which production company are
A production company, a friend of mine has two sons, one in Mumbai and the other in Nagpur. Together they have promised to do it for me.
who are the investors for the
Sorry. Investor, I myself, my own company. No, ABC Productions. Mine is ABC Productions. It is under the banner of ABC Productions.
As we heard that people are creating controversies on this film.
Sorry.
As we have heard, people are creating controversies on this film.
Yes. I too came to know about there are controversies about this film because one element in that film is caste issue. Naturally, in Madhya Pradesh and say Hindi-speaking area, caste issue is going to become controversial. I am ready to face it.
So which age group you target?
15 to 30.
In how much states this film will be going to release? Any
States. Mainly Hindi-speaking states.
Okay,
Northern part. Later, if it is successful, I will get it dubbed into say Kannada or Tamil or Malayalam, Odia, Bengali, like that. It is a fictional, but based on a real event. Yeah. Come on.
Sir, can you give a hint of storyline of this film?
A hint of the storyline I can give you. It is something like this. A second MA student in a village in say in a Hindi speaking state. By the end of his second MA, he went on a project to Mumbai. There he had to stay for 3 months. During these 3 months, he was working at a leading university in Mumbai. He was working in the library, collecting data, etc. A girl, an assistant librarian in the library, used to help him. Eventually, they fell in love. This young man belonged to high caste. and a well-off family. That girl belongs to scheduled caste. Their love affair created problems there and back at home also. Finally, they decided to get married in spite of the opposition from both sides. They got the marriage registered in Mumbai. On the third day, the young man was missing. His body was found from a river later. It was honor killing. Killing in the name of caste. Honor killing. This is the real story, newspaper story, on which my film is taken.
So what do you think that the story of the film make it successful or the actors make it successful?
Actors, I should tell you, 7 main actors are there. Of the 7, 5 acted in drama, and they got university prizes too. 2 are entirely new persons. I hope their experience in theatre, that is drama, will definitely will be an advantage. Like Anupam Kher and many great actors came from drama. I have faith in them. Yeah.
Would you like to make a biopic movie in future?
Like to be
Make a biopic movie in future.
biographic movie.
Biopic.
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 Sorry, that technical word I don't know.
So on someone's life.
Someone's that is biographical. Yeah. Yes, I have an idea on a social reformer of Bhopal, not much known because he was a Dalit. Though he was a great reformer, because he was a Dalit, nobody mentioned him in the history of Madhya Pradesh. Very few people in and around that village knew the great sacrifice of that great man. I have a plan of making a biopic based on his biography, a Dalit man who fought for the liberation of his own community. I have an idea. Yes, come on.
Sir, how this film is different from your previous film?
Yeah, as I told you, I haven't invested money not to make more money, number 1. Even if I lose the entire money, I don't regret, no problem. Number 3, earlier I had been addressing the whole Hindi population, especially those who love entertainment and laughter and stunt and sex and all those things. This time no such masalas in my film. It is exclusively for college students and educated youths. Yeah.
Sir, how much time it's taken?
About 18 months. I hope the film will reach the cinemas, not theatre, cinemas, for the New Year Day on 2024. Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, what are the theme of the film?
What are the?
Theme of the film.
Yes, the theme is caste. The curse of Indian caste system. India doesn't progress because of the curse of caste. You are a Brahmin, I am a Kshatriya, he is a Shudra, and this is a curse on India. Only when we can forget this difference, then India will be number 1 superpower in the whole world. Nobody can beat us because Indians are intellectuals, intelligence. But the caste system and our politics, dirty politics, these are the 2 harmful things which eat away the Indian mind.
Sir, as you said that your theme is based on caste, so is your story is relates some life or that?
Yes, it is almost based on the life, and around 60% of the film is going to be screened in that part, that is partly in that boys village and partly in the library where that girl who belonged to SCST works. Only some say 30% or so outside. So we are going to be realistic. Yeah.
Is your film harming or damaging the environment? Is it affecting the environment?
Government.
So why? Because
And no,
maybe there are violence.
I haven't included any environmental issues in it, but as part of it, there are messages for environment because this boy comes from a village.
So do you think that your story is going to affect on the people?
I think so. I think so. If the education has any meaning, I think your generation will watch that film twice. Seriously, I think so. That's what I expect.
Is actress taken from the Bollywood or Tollywood?
Sorry.
Is actress is taken from the Bollywood or Tollywood?
Nowhere. College students. Yeah. Right. Some of your questions somewhere there.
Okay.
Come on. Be quick.
Sir, is this movie impact on your personal
Impact on
life?
a personal life. Yes. It has. Yeah.
After this, are you think about to making a multi-star film?
Make it. Come on.
Make a multi-star film?
Multi-star means then the film viewers will be expecting something else from my film. I told you I already I made 42 films. This is the 43rd. So I want to have an entirely different road. Yeah.
Sir, which type of songs you are using in this film?
Which
Types of songs are you using?
songs? I have taken 2 small poems from 2 great writers of Hindi. Yeah. They are poems, not say film songs. Yeah. Come on. Please write some of your.
So how did you come up with the idea for your film?
As I told you, living in Mumbai and completely engaged in Indian films, I felt guilty that I didn't see the society outside, the sufferings outside. Though I read newspapers and though I watch, say, TV channels, I didn't contribute anything to the rebuilding of rural India. So this time I am thinking on a different line.
So my next question is, if you got the opportunity to remake your old films, which film would you go for?
That's always, as usual, difficult to answer. If you ask any novelist, which novel did you like best? If you ask a filmmaker, which film did you like best? Usually, we feel very, very, very embarrassed to answer the question. Still, my 7th film, say that ABCD, that I liked very much because the actors made it a wonderful thing beyond my imagination. The film was a production beyond my imagination. The entire credit goes to the actors and director. Thank you. Yeah.
Sir, as we heard about you, you are a great feminist. Are you going
Greatness, not greatness. I was a please.
So are you going to support women power in this film?
Women empowerment, definitely. Women empowerment is a theme in this one. Women empowerment is a major theme in this film. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Is it a socially inspired film?
Sorry.
Socially inspired.
Yes. It is going to be a film. Sometimes it may drag me to the court of law. There may be trouble in some parts of India. The upper caste people are likely to attack the cinema. I am prepared to face all those dangers. Thank you.